Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Mitchell Trubisky's Bears going up against Flacco's Ravens.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Chicago Bears. Now a carry for the change of pace back, the rookie Tariq Cohen. And some space here. A huge play there right off the bat. 55 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So, of course, they wanted to find the end zone, but when you go on the road and your first drive results in points, I think you're pretty happy.
You have to be because you've taken it to the home team in this case. And while you may not have shut up the home crowd, you've quieted them down a little bit. Good way to start.
Shift together here from the D-line. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Drops it underneath to Dixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now on 1st, Dixon again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Flacco hooking up with Wallace for a Raven 1st down. Flacco from midfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
So they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Now Flacco. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. From the gun, Flacco. Wiggles free, and he slides to avoid the hit. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Passing play, Flacco. Airing one out from Macklin, deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, here's Trubisky. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is knocked down from the side. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. They try again with Cohen, and the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well, different result. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both of these defenses thus far. Both have been a little more aggressive than I expected, and I think that's reflected in what we see on the scoreboard, which is no touchdowns to this point.
Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from that. And oh, it coughed it up! And this is picked up by the Bears.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
If indeed the Chicago Bears were looking for a nice change-up to Jordan Howard at running back, they found it in Tariq Cohen. I'm telling you, this guy is shifty, quick, even though he's small in stature. Some people have called him the latest human joystick.
How about that? That'll be fun for Madden players, just 5'6", but as you said, he can move. This is Cohen. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Jeremy Langford is in. He gets the carry. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Jay Howard in there to get him for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
That just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Going long here for Wallace. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play on 3rd for the Ravens. 68 yards. On 1st down, they go with Dixon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play action. Flacco. They're able to locate Wilson. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pernell McPhee in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Flacco off play action. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. Finding some room at midfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now Trubisky on first down. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down right there at the 43. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Mallet to throw for the first time since coming on. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot. Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at the 15. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Looking for White on the deep ball. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Kevin White, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Hurry up, here we go.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man now is Danny Woodhead. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Now a play fake here on first down. And to the left side here, Wilson. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Mallet now. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Floyd in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
No, check, Patriot. Back it up.
Here's Mallett. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jeremy Macklin, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
You're never supposed to take a player for granted, but you almost do with Justin Tucker, don't you?
Last year, how good was he?
He was phenomenal. The one miss that he had on the season was a block against New England, correct?
Yeah, he was 38 of 39, also didn't miss a PAT.
And one thing you want to do, if you want to book him as an opera singer, you break down the boards early. Justin Tucker can sing it now.
He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. Play action. Now Trubisky. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with him, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now it's Trubisky. And his throw here's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jay Howard in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. On play action, they'll throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next. even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That is caught by Macklin for a Raven touchdown. Jeremy Macklin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And he's got it. It cuts this thing to 2. It's 15-13 now. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Wow. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially.
It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now it's Dixon. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards. Now Cohen. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. They'll start the drive with Dixon. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Complete to Gilmore, the tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes...